but you need to make the move. How bad do you fucking want it?
Okay, so if you can introduce yourself.
Bitch, please.
Y'all know who the fuck I am.
Hello and welcome back to OhSeauxChanel. I am your girl Deanna Chanel, and we are back with another episode on OhSeauxCalling. I'm not really sure what to tell you about this one. I think we're gonna preface this and say, if anything, you know, I would preach, think before you do things. This video is slightly different from most of my content. This is a video of a dad reacting to his autistic son. But one thing that I saw it as is one reason why it's very important to have a father in a child's life. And another thing that I saw was people like to say, oh, he's autistic, or like to act like autism or being autistic is a problem or an issue or something. The autistic spectrum, the autistic spectrum, where are you going with that? One of those. It's so vast, like it's so large. We all might be on there some way. Some of us are so far out, and some of us are, you know, a little more controlled, but the spectrum is very large. I just want everyone to know that. So while we're sitting here consistently judging that particular community, I need everyone to be mindful that you could be a part of that as well. One day I'm going to take the test, and I hope that I'm a part of it. Not like to be like, because like, I don't know. Only because people act like it's just such an issue, and there's nothing wrong with just being who you are. But that's also another reason why I don't like putting a name on something, because what difference does it make whether you categorize something? You're not solving the issue. You're just moving it somewhere, but you're not solving anything. So I really don't like the idea of categorizing people, honestly. But I have a few videos that I want to talk about. I don't know, maybe. You know, I'll be running my mouth.
No hitting. No hitting. Okay. Mike! Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop? No hitting. No hitting. No hitting. You understand? No hitting.
You need to sit down with a calm body.
Okay, then the toys. Sit down. Sit down. Be quiet. Ethan. If you don't control yourself, then we're gonna put more toys out.
Do not.
Then stop it. You understand? Control yourself. No more. Calm down. You all right? Yep, you're okay. It's all right. You good? Breathe. Big breath.
In the nose, out of the mouth.
You all right? You can't hit yourself. It's not allowed. No hitting. You say it. No hitting.
No hit.
It's not okay. We don't hit ourselves.
We don't hit.
We don't hit, yes. We don't hit.
Okay, so I'm surprised I didn't have my marker going, but we're going to go through this together. But one thing I just want to point out, just what it stuck out so loudly to me, that's why fathers are important, because fathers, men don't act emotionally just off rip, period. Of course, okay, so relationships are different, but just as a nature, I guess I can say, or as a gender, or whatever you want to call it, men rarely act upon like their emotions like off rip. That's why fathers are important. He saw his son was acting out instantly. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care what you're feeling right now. You're acting out. There's a reason for that. Remove myself. I'm going to break this down. Hold on. And that's why pattern recognition is so important, because if you can peep people's behaviors, you can save yourself from like just a lot of fights, discourse, like over explaining yourself. Like, there's so many consistent personality styles because people are rarely ever themselves. It's like sometimes when you come across someone who is different, that's why they stick out, because it's like, oh, I haven't seen this personality before. Everybody's replicating someone. But let me break this apart. Okay. So one thing I want to say just off rip, as soon as his son started hitting himself, he was doing that for attention. He was doing that because whatever he was not getting, he was not satisfied. People often, that's why I want to say with autism, I think that I love autistic people because it's cutthroat. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. Depending on where you are on the spectrum, it, is where it is. But one thing that I will say is you have to be very literal with autistic people, because they don't understand the underlining or the sugarcoat or things like that, or like there's certain things that they just don't understand. So you will have to be very upfront. But one thing that I will say is, as soon as the dad saw that the son was acting out for attention, he picked up that pattern. He removed himself. He did not react in any way. That's why fathers are very important in a kid's life, because a mother would have reacted that, oh, little Johnny, or I think his name was Ethan. I think his name was actually Ethan. As soon as Ethan, don't quote me on that, but as soon as Ethan started acting out, dad removed himself. Like, you gotta stop that. Hold on, let's get into it again. He quickly walked away. There's nothing else to talk about. You're hurting yourself by trying to, hey, help me. Do you know people do that often in life? Some people, and I'm not saying that they're autistic or anything like that, but some people sometimes are just hurting. Sometimes people are hurting or feeling some type of way about something, or something is just not right sometimes with people, and they act out for attention. That's why I love autism. Autism is like the perfect place to start to pick apart and show actions, because a lot of people don't understand. They are very much so on the spectrum. They just don't get it. But people act out when they're needing a little extra care, love, and attention. That's why some people do not get the man that they want, or get the life that they want, because they haven't understand. You need to stop reacting and understand the reaction. Understand why people are the way that they are, right? Look how the son chased after the dad. I'm looking for your reaction. I'm chasing after your reaction. Peep it. Come on. And the dad said, okay, well, if you want my attention, are you about to stop acting up? You can have my attention, but I need you to act accordingly, right?
No hitting. No hitting. You understand?
No hitting.
No hitting.
I'm telling you, and I'm reiterating my expectations. Do you hear me?
You need to sit down with a calm body.
Okay,
and mother's comment kind of reiterated what I felt. What she said had to do with emotion. Rarely during this does dads talk about emotion. He talks about his actions. You cannot hit yourself. He doesn't tell him why. He's just telling him that's inappropriate. But mother's like, you need to act with a calm body. That's why both go hand in hand. That's why mothers and fathers are very important.
Sit down. Sit down. Be quiet.
Dad, stern, logic. I'm telling you what to do. You need to get that accomplished. Be quiet. You need to calm down.
Ethan, if you don't control yourself,
His name is Ethan.
More toys out. Then stop it. You understand?
There is a problem here. You need to fix it by this. That is why dads are important. Rarely ever, most of the time, do I see mothers, here's an issue, this is the solution. There's always, you're making me feel this, or this is why I feel some type of way. And honestly, I'll say more, and I'll further this in another video, but that's exactly why I feel like there's just a larger community in bisexual men, gay men, or you could be whoever you want to be, but I feel like it honestly starts at home. It's really been starting at home, especially with our community. If a man only knows how to be a woman, if a man only knows how to act in reaction, why would I not, with emotion, why would I not feel more comfortable acting like a woman? It's not synonymous everywhere, or that's not the same, but that's just what I believe. And you don't have to believe in what I'm saying, but that's just what I believe in.
No more. Calm down.
See? And people love to act like autistic people don't know what's going on. No, they do. They literally do. They may not know how to coexist with humanity, or, pick up certain cues and things like that, but he understood. He know what his daddy talking about. I need to handle myself right. Like, he literally gets it.
All right. Yeah, you're okay.
Reassures him, you're okay. And he is okay. He is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Breathe. Big breath.
In the nose, out of the mouth.
You all right? Can't get yourself.
And then dad doubles back and takes it down another notch. Hey, you're okay. We can't do all those things. That's how you coach a child. That's how you make great humans in the world, man. Come on now. But yeah, that's why I just wanted to talk about that video, because it shows like it's a perfect breakdown of how life works, human works, how ideals work, how certain situations work. People sometimes, they just want to be heard. They act out differently and they show and they do certain things, but sometimes it just takes just a little understanding, a little patience. It's so funny because the other day I realized the reason why I talk like this, people be acting like I be beating them up. I do not raise my voice. I don't yell at people. I don't be cursing people out. Like, I don't do any of that. I talk to people quite literally like this. But it's so funny. People love to act like I'm a villain that's just rip their whole world apart. It's actually laughable. But I speak to people just like this. And you want to know why? My mother talks like this. And it's only because my mother, I grew up with a mother that never felt like she needed to raise her voice for intimidation. And she didn't. It's like so many, I'm starting to see I'm more and more of a reflection of her. But I think my mother's beautiful in every way, but she's so bold. She is so bold. She's so badass. Cause yeah, I don't even have to yell. I don't have to intimidate you. I don't need to beat you up. And constantly, without doing those things, I am really frazzling people. It's hilarious to me. It's actually hilarious. It's so funny. But people show their projections. They show their projections and insecurities to me every day. And I'm healing from my own shit. I'm healing from my own shit. I really don't have you to be worried about, baby. But let's do one more video because this one's already at 14. Hold on. Okay, this next clip. In my last video, I was telling you about superheroes and villains. I found this particular clip about, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3, I believe. He was fighting that little Sandman guy and Venom. This is when Venom got introduced into the series. But this is like, after the first Spider-Man, this is my favorite. And then I like the little cartoon version of Spider-Man, the multiverse or whatever. I don't know. I like that one. But I love this one because I honestly like the little spin-off of Venom. He's like the best villain I've ever seen. But let me show you this clip, and we're gonna pick apart how I saw this, right? I don't know. I keep calling it hippie shit, but it's something else. It's something about me being able to relate life to, like, I don't know, spiritual life. I love it so much though. But okay, this is what I saw. You see Spider-Man. You see Spider-Man quickly backtrack. Start over. This is hold on. Okay, so in this clip, those bars, have you ever seen that analogy of the devil on your shoulder and an angel on your shoulder? That's exactly what I got from this clip. Let's break it down. Hold on. I'm about to rewind it. This is why I hope to teach you pattern recognition as well, because you can save someone's life by not reacting to their negative action. You can see that someone needs help instead of, you know, more hurt. Sometimes I can see when somebody just needs a little lesson and you ain't ever come across a bitch like me. And sometimes I can see when somebody just needs just an extra hug, some extra love. And why? We're gonna break it across this clip. Hold on. Spider-Man soon realizes that those bars emit some type of frequency that Venom does not like. In life itself, music, I'm very connected to music. I think music is amazing. I think dancing is amazing. If ever you're feeling down in your day, I feel like do not put on that modern shit, but put on that old time shit. The Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, put on that stuff. Music and sounds emit a certain type of frequency. It's like, that's the beauty in the sound. You don't need to say anything. You just need to put the sound on because there's a frequency in it, right? Sound is forever because those waves, frequencies, you can't get rid of that. Frequencies are forever. So there's that. He soon found out that that was Venom's Achilles. So he started boom, 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 knocking all the posts and putting them in the ground. He was collecting his plan. And I don't know if you know, but in Venom was like something that fell out the sky, out of like an asteroid or something. But in Venom was this money-hungry photographer that wanted to capture, inside Venom was like this money-hungry photographer who was just, if I wanna say correctly, he was like trying to capture Spider-Man in such a negative light to the point where he was like photoshopping like just fake ass fraud ass pictures just to get him a little booking with old boy who was sitting at the newsstand or whatever. So that's how, and I want to say, regardless of what you believe in, God, universe, or anything like that, that's how the devil will get you. That's why I'm not money based. Regardless, I'm going to wake up and go get it. Do you understand me? I got somewhere to clock into. I have some money to make. Like, I'm not gonna sit up on my ass and expect somebody to make something or make a living for me. That's an unrealistic expectation, and that's always going to be an unrealistic expectation. You always need to have a job. Unless I'm having a man's baby, I'm going to be clocked in on somebody's clock. Fuck out of here. Or making my own money. What are you talking about? But anyway, that's how the devil gets you, though. He'll consume you with money, what you really want. Because one thing I'll tell you, I had to come to that same realization. I used to be money hungry too. I used to be money hungry, like egotistical, fame, beauty oriented, like attention whorish, which I kind of am, but more for a different reason. Like, I'm balanced right now, but That's how the devil gets you. While God opens doors, the devil also knows what doors you want to be open. He'll show your ass why you should have kept that motherfucking closed. And you should have waited and been patient. Sometimes we try and rush things, not knowing that God is preparing us. What we really want is already prepared for us. We are just not ready. And that's okay to not be ready. Would you want to fumble something that you're not ready for? No. So it's just like, that's the beauty of it. But oh boy, you see him engulfed. But you got Tobey Maguire, you got him. I'm not saying this is very what is it? Metaphorical. Tobey Maguire, God, I see you need help. Doom, 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 frequency. All up on the bars, making noise, commotion. And sometimes that's what God does. He'll throw commotion up in our life to show you, wake your ass up. I need to pull you out this darkness, pull you out that venom in order to save your life. And that's exactly what Tobey Maguire did. Hold on, let me show you the clip. Let's pull up the clip. Hold on. Why does it keep doing that? Oh. Another thing that's so beautiful to me is Tobey Maguire is mask off. Like, show me who you really are. There's a lot of stuff in just life and movies that's like kind of, what is the word? Is metaphorical also the word that I want to use? Probably. See, that's God pulling you out. I see you want to come out, you want to get up out of there, you don't want to be there, I see you, I pull you out. And people like that, like, oh, they don't, how is God real? People send you people to pull you out that negative energy. It's like sometimes people have to be, if you can't put sunshine in your life, sometimes it's okay for a storm to come and somebody present a rainbow to your ass. That is literally a-okay. You do not have to do it yourself. Why would God put people in your life so you could do it yourself? He would have you moving literally alone in isolation like Bubble Boy if that's really what he had for you. God sends us blessings and people consistently. People like to always say, oh, how God doing that? How is God doing this? God tells us all the time on how even in our downfalls, our negatives, he's making a blessing out of that. That's why anything that is done to me is done for me. And that's how you need to start. You need to start looking at it. You know what I'm saying? God doesn't want to keep us there in a negative light or in a storm. And nobody would want that for you. Nobody who wants the best for you. And one thing I will say is a lot of people call out to God wanting him to want more for you than you want for yourself. You are a reflection of God. Yes, he wants he wants better things for you, and he has that already for you, right? But you need to make the move. How bad do you fucking want it? How you gonna tell me you want something and you're not doing anything, any 1, 2, 3 step to go get the shit? That's not indicative of somebody who wants said thing. God is always willing and ready to grant you what you want for yourself and then some, when you're ready to go get what you want for yourself and then some. But to sit on your ass and wondering why things aren't going your way and then come and say, oh, God this, God that. Baby, you don't even hear your own cry. So, I mean, to expect somebody else to, that's crazy to me. But I love that clip. Is that the only clip that I don't think that's the only clip? No, that isn't the only clip that I did this video. Anyway, but this is a pretty good video. And I'm at 25 minutes. I actually didn't even hit my 30-minute mark. And this video probably even won't be 25 minutes after I get done editing. But we'll see. Regardless, I've made 2 videos tonight. Go me. Rich was telling me at work today, he was like, you need to get consistent with a schedule. I'm like, yeah, I really do. I really do need to get consistent with a schedule. I haven't been consistent with a schedule with my YouTube stuff since I was staying at my mama's house. So I need to get back into it. Let me get back to it. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and good night. See you later. Bye.